ain't the type to fight, I'll pop the trunk. Side, cause I keep this bitch on. I keep a 9 milli with a dick on it, fully love. Skinny jeans, rock belt with the gun out pub. Niggas out here living by a myth like Hocus Pocus. Niggas capped out, and if you hanging with the ops, you get backed out. Your brother coming out the store and eye on your back.
People who live in the South Memphis neighborhood didn't want to go on camera, but say last night they heard several gunshots, and then one of the shooting victims called his front porch, yelling for someone to call 911. Now those who know the victims are looking for answers.
Say no safe. Behind.
I'm gonna be blocking a motherfucking jetpack. You know there's meth lit. Hey, it won't let me ready up. Kick me and then invite me back. Bro, niggas be crazy, bro. Bro, kick me. It won't let me ready up. Kick me. Fuck, dude. Kick me, it won't let me ready up. Bro, I'm fucking blocking you, dude. Don't invite me if you don't got a mic, bro. Shut up!
Bluetooth connected.
Bro. Bro. Bitch ass nigga, bro. D, that's what I like to see. Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon. I keep a 9mm with a dick fully loaded. Let's go. I'll pop the trunk. I got a 9mm with a dick on, fully loaded. I got a 9mm fully loaded. I got a 9mm with a dick fully loaded. Bow. Bow.
Back to another video. So if you haven't seen them yet, solo victory cash cups have recently been added to the Fortnite Compete tab, with one of the most unique earning formats for a Fortnite tournament, with players literally making money for every single game you win. These tournaments are an incredible opportunity. So be sure to drop a like on the video if it helps you out, and consider subscribing as well, as I post tons of Fortnite tips and tricks content just like this. And of course, if you want to show some extra support, it would really mean a lot if you could use code TECHO in the item shop. It's 100% free for you, and it seriously does help me out a bunch. As always, a huge thank you to everyone who uses it. But with that said, and without further ado, let's go through today's video. So starting off this video, I want to begin with the basics, just kind of the information you're going to want to know about these cups. To start, these cups are going to run every weekend on Saturday for round 1, and then if you qualify for round 2, you're going to play for the money on Sunday. The first solo victory cash cup is held on January 7th, so that's only a few days after I'm making this video. In each region, a certain number of players from the open round qualify to round 2. On Europe, that's 2,000 people, on NA East, that's 1,000, and then on every other region, 400 players qualify for round 2. In round 1, we have a you get points granted throughout the game for placement, a total of 30 points if you win the game, and then you get 1 point for kill. On screen, you can see the full scoring system for round 1. And just like any other FNCS or multi-round tournament, the top winners in terms of overall points for this round. In round 2 for solo victory cash cup, things get a little bit more interesting because the point system grants 1 point for a win and 0 points for anything else. The caveat here, though, is that each individual win in round 2 earns you $100. So you aren't playing for kills, you're not playing for points, you're not playing for anything else, you're solely playing for the win. So basically, you qualify through a regular format, and then your goal in round 2 is to Disney and Field to get wins. So next up, I want to discuss how you play in round 1. So in round 1 of these tournaments, in the point system I showed you guys earlier, you get 30 placement points for a win with 1 point for elimination. So I would say the strongest way to gain points is going to be placement. However, I do recommend you play a fairly balanced playstyle, because obviously you need kills in order to get refreshes and maximize your placement, but you also don't want to WP and end up dying before you can stack up enough placement. What I'm saying is that placement points are powerful, but you should not let that change your overall playstyle. You're going to want to play it in a way where you don't entirely avoid fights, but you do avoid unnecessary fights. Now, if you're skilled and unlucky enough to get the solo victory cup, this is where your playstyle is going to get very spicy. Since everyone is playing for placement, endgames are most likely going to be very stacked, especially because you're in a skilled lobby. One thing you need to focus on throughout early and mid game is not only survival, but Storm Surge. If you don't know about Storm Surge, it's basically a system that Epic implemented to reduce the amount of players in endgame. So at certain points in the game, it starts dealing damage to the players who have done the least damage, and it ultimately kills them unless the lobby gets down to a sustainable level, or they get enough damage done to get above the threshold. Storm Surge is probably going to hit pretty hard because there's going to be a lot of people playing for placement, so it's very helpful to get some tags early on in the game, even if you don't secure any full kills. Another thing to consider is that even though kills don't directly gain you points in round 2, they can still very much contribute to your overall chances of winning through giving you better loot, more materials, etc. Even though your goal is to win, you shouldn't be afraid to get kills if you actually stand to gain something from them. Just don't go around aimlessly fighting for the sake of fighting. So getting into the last section of today's video, and I want to discuss a few simple ways to practice for victory cups. Basically, these are going to be some solid practice methods you can use to prepare yourself to place higher in the cash cup in both round 1 and round 2. So while these cash cuts aren't running, you can still get some very good practice in. Chances are, if you're not a seasoned competitive player, I'm going to be honest with you guys, you're probably not going to make it to round 2 in the first week or even in the first few weeks. But if you continue to practice and improve, you absolutely can, so that's why this is so valuable. So the first practice method I have for you guys is simply to grind solo arena in order to practice your fighting. The players in arena are somewhat similar to the players you can expect to see in round 1 of the Victory Cups, at least in the earlier games. They'll be competent, they'll know how to do basic stuff, but they probably won't be pro level. So grinding out solo arena consistently in order to sharpen your fighting skills is definitely a valuable thing to do, especially because you'll find a lot of fights in round 1 and you may need to approach early and mid game fights for Storm Surge in round 2 as well. Obviously round 2 is going to be very challenging in terms of fighting if you do have to run into fights, but it's still doable. Moving on from that, the next practice method I have for you guys is to grind out some solo ladders and scrims. Solo